I was going to do a video every single week, and then what happened is I got so caught up in anime badminton and working on the effects for that, which turned out great. I got a great response. Thank you for everyone who said kind things about it. Thank you for all the emails, and thank you for all the text messages. And I know there was text messages to my actors of Joey and Jake, John and Simi and Sky. Thanks for everyone who helped out make that thing a reality. It was a real big project of mine, and it was a real big accomplishment. I love that everyone saw it and everyone liked it. I didn't get a lot of negative reactions. And I honestly, I thought it was going to be way less I thought that video was going to be way less of a success than it actually was, which is incredible. Going off of that, anime badminton is done. I woke up the next morning and it was out of my head. It was great. It was literally, I was working 8 to 10 hours a day for the 2 weeks before it came out. We shot on Sunday and it was going to be done next Thursday, and that's what it was going to air. And day 1 edit, day 2 audio, day 3 effects for the rest of the week. We had a 4-day weekend and I edited every single day. I worked about 10 hours on just going to work, and then I ate, and then that's about it. I took an hour in between one shoot just to kind of stop and just relax for a second. But between shoots and editing and audio and everything that happened within the last week, it all pulled together and we made something awesome happen, which is really incredible that we did that. A lot of praise from different teachers and students and people outside of the school and alumni and everything like that. It was great. It was incredible. Actually, a surreal experience for me to be viewed like that, and I was happy to put my name at the end of the video. You know, that's one thing that I think people struggle with, is putting their name on their work. Just, oh, what if people hate it? I was really scared of it, but otherwise people would recognize me and be like, yo, nice video. Like, they say that to me because my name was in, even though I was never in the video. See, that's the crazy part too, because I know Jake and Joey and them and Tyler will get attention for it, and they got different texts and different conversations with different people, but it was crazy for me. I never appear in the video, and since it said my name at the end, they attached that to me, and people who knew me, especially even people who I really didn't know, said, hey, I saw your video, it was great. I was like, dang, like, that feels awesome. So I look forward to doing something like that again. Already had a talk with Simi and Tyler about what we could have changed, what we would have done better if we had more time, if we had more planning. Simi said, and I was about to say it, and Simi said to himself that he wants to direct the next one. So Simi's going to take the lead on the next one, whatever it is. And it's going to be around the same type of thing, I hope. I mean, it's full creative control of him. I want him to do something. I want to see what he does. I just wanted to be producing it this time. One of the things we talked about, we had a little meeting for about 20 minutes about just things we would have changed. I asked for some seriously critical advice, and they were like, okay, just don't do it yourself. Like, if you can get someone else to do it, get someone else to do it. And that was me not trusting other people's commitment level. I didn't think that, here's the thing, when you're making a video and it's something that's really important to you, my issue was I didn't think that they understood how important this was to me. In the Flash, which, if you don't go to my school, is our student news, in the Flash we have credits, and credits are at the end. They're goofy. They're normally about a minute long. They've been as long as 7 and as short as like 48 seconds, but normally they're about a minute long, and they're just something goofy and just something fun that we can make as a team. And normally a couple people take control of it, or just be like, one time we painted our studio, and the other time it's a skit. This aired as credits, but in my mind this was a personal project. Credits is not, and here's what we try to get across, credits is not our end all be all for it. If we're gonna grow as filmmakers and we're gonna grow as creatives in that sense, credits cannot be where we say this is what we're making. You know, I was making this, and I try to get across to them that this was a passion project of mine and something I want to do. This is heavily influenced by the guys over at Corridor Digital. If you haven't even checked them out, I love their videos. I grew up watching them. They grew up in Minnesota. Huge inspiration to me. And it was kind of based off of some of their stuff. And then there's a lot of different influence from different movies. I heard, maybe people think of Harry Potter with some of the scenes where he goes back And I kind of get that, and I really modeled it after Black Panther. So a lot of different inspirations in there, and it's really a project for me rather than being a project for a class or for someone else told me. I told myself I was going to do this, and I didn't know if I was communicating that well enough. And I didn't know if they got that part, and so I was really untrusting. I wasn't like no way I'm going to let them touch it, but I was just like, I was unsure about how much effort they would be willing to put in if they didn't understand that key aspect. I think after this video, we have a much better understanding of what I want to make, what I'm thinking. I get that Simi's totally down to do it, and if Simi directs it, he knows that I'm 100% in. He knows that Jake's gonna be 110% in. He knows that Joey's gonna be 110% in. That we can, as a team, formulate another video that's gonna be great. It's just getting this first step out of the way, and that was our big thing. This is a first step into something that can become a lot more, even with our limited time. Like, we're talking, we have half a school year left, and then we're probably going off and doing these things in the summer. I'm going to be traveling. I know other people got different plans for what they're going to do, and then fall time comes, we all leave for different colleges. I know people want to go to Nebraska, people want to go up north, people want to go to California, like Simi's talking about. But like, here's our thing right now. This was a great first step into creating something that's going to be even better in the future, and I'm really looking forward to that. So that's kind of my reflection of Anime Badminton. I don't want to go right now, at least, into the specifics of production or any of the audio things I do. Maybe I'll make a breakdown, something of that later, just talk about different audio. I know that one of the interesting things that I talked about is I can talk with my teacher, I can talk with Fornicoya about different things, and I had time. I saw him for like 3 hours a day, and then I would see him after school for another 2 hours about and just talk about, here's how the production is going. I did all these crazy things. We would talk about all these crazy things as I worked, and I have a very so built in here is kind of just like my workspace now, as well as my bedroom where this is where I live, and this is where I lived for the past week, for the past 2 weeks. And it was just like my workspace. I'm very active when I'm working. I'm very this makes me feel this, and that's what I think pulls through. And that's one of my strengths, where I can pull through and say, I can convey these feelings in a video, and that's what I think I'm having a fun time. But it was really great to talk to him and bounce things off of him and have a workspace. And I'm so thankful for him for fostering that. I know that there's a lot of people who would like to create things and just don't have the opportunities or the gear or the time commit or the teachers and the people to foster that, or the friends. I'm so incredibly thankful for that, and all of everyone who watched it and said, hey, great job. Or when I posted, I'm like, dude, I have no idea what's going on with this effect. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Super stressed out. I got 40 hours to do this, and I don't know how it's gonna be. I want it to be great, but don't know. And just the encouragement of, hey, Brady, I know I've seen you do stuff before. You're amazing. You got this. And so just going into it and having such a positive reaction was just mind-blowing for me. So if you haven't already watched it, it's up on this channel. It's also up on my school's YouTube channel, which is EVHS Television. Mine's in 4K, but it's shot in 1080. It's just the bitrate thing on YouTube. It has nothing to do with any actual quality, but hopefully the perceived quality on that is slightly higher on the video on my channel. They're both the same video. If you like it, if you want to see it, I'll leave the link to both in my description of this video. And then hopefully within the next week here, I find the time to do another kind of recap video. This one is just about to cross that 10-minute mark. It actually just crossed that now. I don't expect people to really watch these whole videos, but if you're someone who's interested in what I'm doing, you can definitely follow my other Instagram at half a slice. And that'll be linked down there too, or on the screen or something like that. I don't know how much editing I want to do, but I just kind of recap that and say some of those things. So this is my forum to do that. And from that, I got everything I wanted to say. Thank you guys for watching this, and then I'll post one hopefully in the next week. Thank you.